thinking today, are rugby players really tougher than NFL players? NFL players take brutal hits. I'm talking about back in the days when helmets used to get knocked off. I read one story. I will never compare a rugby player to an NFL player or a hockey player ever again in my life. One guy played for the All Blacks. His name was Buck Shelton. Buck said that he got kicked in his mouth as soon as the game started and they knocked 3 teeth out. He ain't weak, he ain't went, he ain't telling nobody. He kept playing. If you hit me in my mouth and you chip a tooth, I'm going to be down for a couple weeks. I'm going to be out for a month. I'm going to be looking for another career. I heard Bank of America is hiring right now. That's not the part that made him tough because people lose teeth all the time. Buck said at halftime, he went inside the locker room and he pulled down his trousers, to just like change and stuff because he felt like something was wrong. He said his testicle was hanging out his sack. His teammate looked at it and said, well, damn, and kept going about his business. The man played a whole half with his balls hanging out the sack. It's two things that bothers me about this story. Number one, I don't know how you won't feel your nut dropping. It ain't enough adrenaline and 18 pounds of cocaine for me to continue after knowing all my babies is just dragging over the grass. Honey, I shrunk the kids. Now you didn't. That's just Josh semen all over the field. The second thing was the reaction from his teammate, another rugby player. For you to look between a grown man's legs, see his nuts hanging out, nothing around, no squirrels, his eggs just crack, and eggs are expensive. And for you to say, well, wow, okay, and continue about your business, that's some kind of pressure, that's toughness I don't want to endure. Rugby players are on different level. In my own eyes, I was in Utah watching a Utah Warrior game in America. The dude tore his ACL and jogged off the field. His knee was gone. They had to stop him and say, hey, homie, here go your knee. He had to catch it. And he jogged off the field. ACL, MCL, ICL, ICDC college. It was gone. Rugby players are the strongest athletes, the most toughest athletes in the history of sports. And I don't want to debate nobody but a wall with no paint on it. That man nutsack was sitting in his lap. He was holding his ball like Lawrence Fishburne in Boys in the Hood when he was doing this and he was thinking. That's what he was doing. Toughest men in the world.